Hello, Mustangs, and welcome back to a new season of Mustang Roundup. I am your first anchor this year, Dash Kiani, and I'm here with,
Diedrich.
and he's going to go ahead and take us into our very first segment. Diedrich, what is our first segment this episode?
New to SE, Romeo. We'll start off with new to SE, but we have Romeo with 1 hour new. Yeah, late teachers, Miss Rouse.
Miss Rouse.
Okay. What made you start teaching?
Well, I was just interested in helping people learn, seeing people grow, learn more about English.
What brought you to Stanhope?
Well, I live in Elmore County. I live in Wetumpka. My son's graduated from Wetumpka, but I've known Mr. Fuller for 15 years. I've known Mr. Walker for about 6 years. I've known Ms. Kaler for several years. And I taught in Montgomery last year. And when there was an opening at Stanhope, they let me know about it, and I gave an interview, and I got the job.
How do you feel about Stanhope?
I like it. Everybody's been really nice, really friendly. I've got some good students.
All right, thank you very much, Romeo, for that riveting segment and introducing us to our newest teacher, Miss Rouse. Now to yours truly with the weather. Good morning, Mustangs, and welcome back. Yes, welcome back to the Mustang Roundup. Now, this is season 2 of the rebooted version of Mustang Roundup. And now, we're going to get straight to it, right to your weather forecast. Now, straight up, let's just get this over with. The whole week sunny. Friday, Thursday, sunny all the way through. You don't have to worry about rain, cloud, sleet, snow, hail, nothing. If it rains, I don't even know what'll happen. It shouldn't. But today we've got a high of 94 and a low of 73, which you probably already know because you've been outside at least once today if you're here. And Saturday, the high of 95, low of 75, which is actually the hottest day. This is the highest it's going to get all week, so don't worry your pretty little heads about it. It's not going to get any hotter than 95 degrees. Now, Sunday, 93 high, 74 low. Monday, we got a 92 high, a 69 low. Tuesday, we got a 93 high, 70 low. Same thing for Wednesday. Thursday, 91 high, 73 low. So this is actually our coldest day of the week in terms of how high it gets. Now, I think this is going to wrap up weather for the first time. So for the first, so I guess for the last first time, Mustang Country, let's ride. Thanks, Dash, for another amazing weather segment. Now, Diedrich, what do we have next up on the agenda today?
For football, we have Janaya, who will be interviewing the football players.
Okay, y'all, so I'm here with
Desmond Barnes.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you some questions. So, how do you feel about the first Marber game next week?
I feel good. I feel we're going to do good against them. If we execute our game plan, then we're going to win.
Okay, so how does it feel being a leader on the team?
It feels good. We got a great group of guys here, so it helps them that they listen, and we just focus on winning, being region champs right now.
Okay, so how is the defense line looking right now, like this year?
Good. You got me, you got Cameron Anderson, you got Dominic Sager, you got Gabe Lewis, then you got our substitutes team, Chop, and AJ Allen. I feel like we got a good group of guys, and we could stop the run.
Alright, that's all, y'all.
Thanks so much, Janaya, for giving us an inside look to one of our football team's leaders. Now, next up, we have wrestling with Caitlin.
What are your names?
Layla.
Isaiah.
What grade are y'all in?
11.
11.
How long have y'all been wrestling?
2 years.
3 years.
When does season start?
October 21st.
October 21st.
What's y'all's first match against?
Mine's at Auburn.
I think our first match is here for varsity.
What's one thing you'd say to beginners or aspiring wrestlers?
I would say that it gets hard. You gotta stick with it. Show up and stick with it. Um,
I would just say the same thing she said.
Thanks, Caitlin. And for student service, we have Aiden. He asked us what's the craziest thing we did over summer.
I'm Aiden.
I'm Maria.
What's the craziest thing that's happened over the summer?
I got 2 new piercings.
I spanked my pet monkey.
You what?
I don't know. I blew up an old truck.
I went to Disney. I hiked to Machu Picchu in Peru.
Where even is that?
I went to go visit my buddy in Indiana, but I guess driving around some back roads and almost falling off a bridge probably.
That's so inspiring.
I swam a little sharky shark. You swam a little sharky shark. Oh. The craziest thing I did this summer was I almost got hit by a car working the food drive.
Over the summer, probably get state champ in swimming
That's so lame.
or Southeastern qualifying.
We went to St. Louis and we saw hobos all over the place.
Hobos?
Yeah.
Were they cool?
No, they were taking their clothes off.
That's a very cool show. Yeah.
Went to Florida.
I mean, I left the state for the first time in my life.
That's cool.
Okay, crazy.
Where'd you go?
To Branson, Missouri.
Okay.
Wait, travel. Okay, we like it.
I hit a tree with my grandparents' golf cart.
I was in a play.
What play?
The Ugly Duckling Jr.
What role did you play?
I played Jaybird, the coolest character in the play. All right, thank you very much, Aiden, for asking the students about what their thoughts are. Now, coming up, we have our final segment of the day, which is actually a brand new segment. It's kind of strange, but I'm sure you guys can get down and groovy with it. Now, we have Dominic Jones with the interesting segment called Hear Me Out.
Greetings, Mustang Nation. Today, I'll be revealing to you one of the greatest government conspiracies to ever be conspired. Now, hear me out. Birds are not real. No. You gotta listen. From 1969 to 2001, over 12 billion birds were murdered by the United States government. They did this by dropping poisonous toxins from airplanes that were contagious and murdered all the birds over the course of 40 years. Now, I know this may sound absurd, and many of you may be wondering, why would the government do this to all those poor birds? What did they do? Well, for every bird that was killed, it was replaced by a surveillance drone replica disguised to appear as real birds so the government could spawn the American people. Now, I know. This is a lot of heavy information to take in, and many of you, if not all, still don't believe me. But there is an abundance of compelling evidence that if you bear with me by the end and hear me out, then you might change your mind. Now, once you start to look around, the evidence is all around us. For starters, birds. If they're drones, how do they charge? Their battery has to die. Power lines. They charge on the power lines so they can still scope us out from above while charging. Also, ever wonder why birds always poop on cars? They use liquid tracking devices to track the American people. I mean, this is already enough convincing evidence, I know. I mean, when is the last time you saw a baby pigeon? I bet I'll know all your answers. No, you've never seen one because they come out the factory as adults. Even in society, bird propaganda is planted all around us. I mean, every state has a state bird. Our national mascot is an eagle. Our presidents don't talk anymore. They tweet, and those tweets are covered on the bird logo media such as NBC. I mean, the evidence is everywhere, and I haven't even said the killer yet. Now, if you remember, the government began the massacre of the birds in the late 60s, as this was during the Cold War era, and there's high tensions of Russians and communism, and during this time, John F. Kennedy was the president of the United States. Now, Kennedy, he was a peaceful man. He was a chill guy. So, as you can imagine, when he turned down the government's proposal to kill all the birds, and to replace them with the replica drones, they weren't happy with his reluctance when he said, I'm good. because he was a chill guy. He didn't want to kill the birds. So that's why on November 22nd, 1963, Kennedy met his untimely demise and was replaced with a more capable leader, aka Lyndon B. Johnson, who executed the plan and killed all the birds. Hear me out. Birds are not real. They are made by the government, and they spawn you every day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dominic Jones, with that strange thing that you just did. Mustang Roundup does not condone going against the government in any way, shape, or form, and his actions do not speak for the staff and people on the board at Mustang Roundup. Thank you very much. Now, before we leave you with this first episode of Mustang Roundup, we have a new semi-segment for you all called Quote of the Week. Now, this week's quote is, would you believe what you believed if you were the only one who believed it? Now, if you can tell me who said that, congratulations. You're slightly smarter than the average student here. Now, we're going to leave you guys to your studies this evening. So, without further ado, Mustang Country, let's ride!